We are coming to you from sunny Arizona.
And we are wearing long sleeves.
It's a little cool here, but way warmer than Minnesota.
It's still snowing in Minnesota.
But today we want to tell you how we can afford to travel with 4 kids, because that's a question that has come up a few different times. So we'll tell you what we don't buy so that we can do this coming up next. Well, hi, I'm Dawn from The Minimal Mom, of course joined by my husband, Tom, and we're sorry for anyone who is still stuck in the snow and the cold, because I don't know, I try to be happy for friends when I see their travel pictures come up on like Facebook
But
and stuff.
inside you're a little upset
when it's
about it.
cold in Minnesota, but part of me is just like longing to be there myself. And so for the last couple of years, we've been trying to make it a priority to go on winter vacations just to be able to escape the cold. But of course, taking all 6 of us on an airplane comes at a cost as well. So because it's become a priority to us, there's other things that we've decided to kind of set aside or not spend money on.
And we have talked pretty extensively on, well, you know, let's drive. Let's just drive somewhere and not fly, and it'll be so much cheaper. And then we pencil it out, and it's really not.
No.
Like, it's,
Now
I mean, maybe $200, but then when you figure in your extra time that you're burning traveling via driving and hotel for the stays.
Or if
and
anything mechanically came up with our vehicle along the way.
Because everything we own has over 200,000 miles on it.
Which actually leads us to the first way that we save money so that we can come on vacations is driving older vehicles.
Yep. So we buy very used vehicles that have a lot of miles on them. I'm a deal finder, so I typically know what I want, and then I hunt for it and find it.
Tom does a great job of, he knows like the trim packages that come on them.
We buy top of the level trim packages and older, so they still feel nicer. They have all the amenities of newer things.
And I know some people have said, well, my husband's not mechanical, like Tom can fix them then when stuff comes up.
Right.
But I think, you know, we've kind of followed along with Dave Ramsey, and I would recommend listening to some of his videos on buying used vehicles, because he lays it out really well about how, even though, yes, repairs are going to come up if we're buying older vehicles,
And
it's inevitable.
It's not as fun buying old. Like, no, it's really not. Like, yeah, the new stuff is super cool. Like, I'm a car guy. Like, for us driving cheaper vehicles, like in Minnesota, everything gets salty and rusty, and so then a lot of times you think, well, I still want it to look nice. So what we've done is we've flown. I've hopped a plane, flown down to Dallas, fly down to Dallas, spend a day looking at vehicles. I mean, I'm a hunter. You
yeah, it's true.
search, do all the research ahead of time, line it up, fly out. I know people think it's crazy, absolutely crazy. Okay, $50, $75 flight one way to Dallas. Find it, get the deal, buy it, 16 hours home.
Yep.
Done.
Yeah.
Done. Crystal clean.
So you might have to do a little hunting, but at least for us, it's definitely been worth it.
And I'm a big fan of hunting for vehicles, so if you're looking for one and you need somebody to go look for it, let me know, and I may fly out and look at it because I love it. It's actually an issue of ours, though.
Yeah, Tom has a little bit of a addiction, maybe.
I kind of like them.
Yeah. But it's something we've decided for us that we're willing to sacrifice a little bit in the vehicle department to get to do things like this. So I think the second way is there's a lot of things we don't do, like professional family photos or even buying new clothes for the kids. 85% of their wardrobe is secondhand, either from garage sales or thrift stores. They don't know. You can find such nice stuff out there now, or hand-me-downs from other people.
And even if they know, now that like the girls know that their stuff is hand-me-down or garage sale, they don't care. They think
they have fun going to the garage sales or the thrift stores too. Yep. Or then if there is something that they want new, they ask for it for their birthday or for Christmas, and our family's been super great about getting them that stuff. And then for Tom and I too, we don't really buy a ton of clothes, and I try to get most of my stuff at the thrift store or on clearance. And Tom likes nicer clothes, but he gets fewer of them.
I get fewer. Yep.
And it's hard. And then another thing that we don't really spend as much money on is having the kids in lots of activities, because man, those can add up, right? If you have kids, especially in traveling
and they're young
sports
yet still, so we're able to kind of navigate through that easier.
But it really helps our sanity. Too. It doesn't compromise all of our evenings and our weekends and all of our free time. And I mean, the girls are in piano lessons right now. They've done some like camps and stuff, but as far as long commitment sports and those kinds of things, we haven't really gotten into those yet, and we're all doing okay with that. So we'll see how it evolves as they get older.
I'm not into sports whatsoever.
Yeah,
so
he'd rather be working
easy.
in the garage with the boys on cars and trucks. Anyway, and then another way is, I mean, we look for deals when we are going to be traveling. And so once we decided that this was a priority, that we wanted to go on a winter vacation this year, Tom starts looking for like the cheapest flights. But then, we're staying at a house, and which we did this last year too in Orlando. We stayed at a house. It was way cheaper than staying at a hotel. Plus we have a kitchen, so we're cooking 90% of our meals here. The kids can take naps in the bedrooms. And this kind of came across our path just like a friend of a friend who had this house available. So I think as you start like looking in that direction, you'll be surprised like the deals that you can find too.
And growing up, I never went on vacation ever. My family, they had their own business, and it just never seemed to work out. So we never went anywhere ever in my whole childhood. I was in Minnesota and Wisconsin. That was my
because you had family in Wisconsin, so that was your vacation to go visit.
Woo.
Yeah. And on the other hand, we traveled a lot growing up. We would go on road trips to like national parks all the time, and my dad would say, we're not going on vacation, we're going on adventures. And my mom loves travel, and so does my dad. But I mean, we didn't have a lot of money growing up, but we would drive, we would camp, and it was, I mean, we have such great memories of doing that.
And that's the other thing. So I remember going camping a couple times as kids, and it was like fire,
rubbing
food,
sticks together.
No, getting your food, like 2 hours later, you have your cold hot dog from over the fire. After Dawn and I got married, we did a little cheap summer vacation just before we had kids quick, and she's like, oh, we're gonna bring the camp stove. I was like, what? I felt robbed. It was like bringing your own grill. That's not camping.
Yeah, we didn't like rough it. I mean, vacations are great. They're not the end all be all, but definitely now that the kids are getting a little bit older, we do hope to get like a camper or a pull-behind camper sometime in the next couple years, so that we can do kind of the road trip stuff in the summers with them.
And
too.
Even in a scenario like that, like we've been talking about looking at or buying a camper for a couple of years now, and we're frugal, so we're gonna find one that needs
Tom will find
some
one.
TLC.
Like,
and
it's just been through a tornado, but I think we can do this and this, and it'll, like
Brand
on
new.
Pinterest where they just paint the cabinets,
No. You're just paint the cabinets.
I'll paint the cabinets.
Gut it and redo
You're
it.
fixing everything else. Yeah.
So,
but it is fun. The kids are a little bit older now. When they were young, I mean, we got away a couple times. It wasn't as relaxing. But even this trip too, my parents came and my sister and her husband and their baby. So I know it doesn't.
Which some may think that's not relaxing.
I mean, they're my family, but yeah. But having extra hands with the kids is awesome. So it's, not everyone can travel with their family. I feel grateful that we can, and it's more relaxing for Tom and I. I mean, the kids are in the house right now with my parents and Diana, and so it changes the vacation for sure, but it has been really nice having them along as well. And so I think we just wanted to encourage you that maybe when you are seeing other people's travel pictures, on social media and stuff, that if it is something that you want to work towards, just set a goal, and maybe it's a year from now. I mean, find inexpensive ways and put the word out. If you have friends and family, say, we're looking for a cheap, vacation, and maybe they have a friend of a friend that has a, inexpensive place to stay or something like that. I think you'll be surprised as you start saving for it, the different things that come your way. So we hope this is a little bit helpful to you. We look forward to sharing some highlights of our trip this week as well. We're in Arizona. It's been fun. Thank you to everyone who has shared some tips on Instagram too for places that we should go check out. We are loving it. It's a little bit cooler here than
which
usually
is,
but it is
totally okay.
It was snowing at home when we left, so this is pretty awesome.
Sorry, guys.
We're glad to be here. We would love to know your tips and tricks for saving money when you travel, making traveling with kids more enjoyable. Definitely share that down below, because I think that's helpful to everyone who reads through the comments too. So thank you for watching, and we'll look forward to visiting with you again soon.
See you next time.